Second Chronicles chapter 18. Now Jehoshaphat had riches and honor in abundance, and joined affinity with Ahab. And after some years he went down to Ahab to Samaria. And Ahab killed sheep and oxen for him in abundance, and for the people that he had with him, and persuaded him to go up with him to Ramoth Gilead. And Ahab, king of Israel, said unto Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, Wilt thou go with me to Ramoth Gilead? And he answered him, I am as thou art, and my people as thy people. We will be with thee in the war. And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, Inquire, I pray thee, at the word of Jehovah today. Therefore the king of Israel gathered together the prophets, 400 men, and said unto them, Shall we go to Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, Go up, for Elohim will deliver it into the king's hand. But Jehoshaphat said, Is there not here a prophet of Yahweh besides that we might inquire of him? And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, There is yet one man by whom we may inquire of Yahweh, but I hate him, for he never prophesied good unto me, but always evil. The same is Micaiah, the son of Imlah. And Jehoshaphat said, Let not the king say so. And the king of Israel called for one of his officers and said, Fetch quickly Micaiah, the son of Imlah. And the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, sat either of them on his throne, clothed in their robes, and they sat in a void place at the entering in of the gate of Samaria. And all the prophets prophesied before them. And Zedekiah, son of Chenaiah, had made him horns of iron, and said, Thus saith Yahweh, With these shalt thou push Syria until they be consumed. And all the prophets prophesied so, saying, Go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper, for Yahweh shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And the messenger that went to call Micah spake to him, saying, Behold, the words of the prophets declared good to the king with one assent. Let thy word, therefore, I pray thee, be like one of theirs, and speak thou good. And Micaiah said, As Yahweh liveth, even what my Elohim saith, that will I speak. And it was come to the king said unto him, Micah, shall we go to Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? Go ye up and prosper, and they shall be delivered into your hand. And the king said to him, How many times shall I adjure thee that thou say nothing but the truth to me in the name of Yahweh? Then he said, I did see all Israel scattered upon the mountains as sheep that have no shepherd. And Yahweh said, These have no master. Let them return, therefore, every man to his house in peace. And the king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, Did I not tell thee that he would not prophesy good unto me, but evil? Again he said, Therefore hear the word of Yahweh. I saw Yahweh sitting upon his throne, and all the host of heaven standing on his right hand and on his left. And Yahweh said, Who shall entice Ahab, king of Israel, that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one spake, saying, After this manner, and another saying, After that manner. Then came out Then there came out a spirit and stood before Yahweh and said, I will entice him. And Yahweh said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go out and be a lying spirit in the mouths of all his prophets. And the Lord said, thou shalt entice him, and thou shalt also prevail. Go out and do even so. Now therefore, behold, Yahweh hath put a lying spirit in the mouths of these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil against thee. Yahweh has spoken evil against thee. Then Zedekiah, the son of Cheniah, came near and smote Micaiah upon the cheek, and said, which way went the spirit of Yahweh from me to speak unto thee? And Micaiah said, behold, thou shalt see on that day when thou shalt go into an inner chamber to hide thyself. Then the king of Israel said, take ye Micaiah and carry him back to Ammon, the governor of the city, and to Joash, the king's son, and say, thus saith the king, put this fellow in the prison, and feed him with bread of affliction, and with water of affliction, until I return in peace. And Micah said, if thou certainly return in peace, then hath not Yahweh spoken by me. And he said, hearken, all ye people. So the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, went up to Ramoth Gilead. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, I will disguise myself, and will go into battle, but put on thy robes. So the king of Israel disguised himself and went to the battle. Now the king of Syria had commanded the captains of the chariots that were with him, saying, fight ye not with the small or great, save only with the king of Israel. And it came to pass, when the captains of the chariots saw Jehoshaphat, that they said, it is the king of Israel. Therefore they compassed about him to fight. But Jehoshaphat cried out, and Yahweh helped him, and Elohim moved them to depart from him. For it came to pass that when the captains of the chariots perceived that it was not the king of Israel, they turned back again from pursuing him. And a certain man drew a bow at a venture, and smote the king of Israel between the joints of the harness. Therefore he said to his chariot man, turn thine hand, that thou mayest carry me out of the host, for I am wounded. And the battle increased that day. Howbeit, the king of Israel stayed himself up in his chariot against the Syrians until the even. And about the time of the sun going down, he died. That concludes chapter 18 of 2 Chronicles. Thank you for viewing, listening to that tale. The Bible has a way with words, don't they? It inspires me. Y'all have a blessed day. Ta.